Hello, good morning, everybody. And we come back with we come back with a stronger connectivity, and hopefully we must be able to do our best. Now, last session we did the note making and the study skills. Just to recap whatever we did in the last session, note making is an important study skill, especially when you have volumes to read in your core subjects. And how do we make notes? In a way that we can document it, in a way in which it is very, very clear for our revision purposes, so that we are able to understand, recall, retain, and write our exams really well to score the best. Good morning, all of you. And today it's going to be formal letters. Very quickly in the post box, I want you to I want you to uh, post. Do you still write letters? Just answer a yes or a no, just to get everybody into the loop. Yeah? Do we still write letters, or do you still write letters? Very quickly. Come on, post in the chat box. Do we still write letters? As I've already said, the business correspondence and reporting paper in the foundation course is to help you all understand the workplace language and mechanics. Also, to help you move from the school level to the college level smoothly, because CA is a professional course and you must be knowing uh, how beneficial it is to do the CA course and to be at the workplace very, very smoothly. So, why have we got this here? Earlier, when we were young, we never had such courses to bridge the gap between the college and the campus placement. We learned things on the job the very hard way. Sometimes we would get scolded, sometimes we would be thrown out. But now it's so very easy for you that everything is available to make your lives very, very smooth. Things that we can have in our control. So the course itself has this business correspondence and reporting. And when I ask you a question, do you still write letters? Uh, letters, informal letters have gone outdated. As I remember, I haven't written, say, for the past 20 years. I haven't written a letter to any of my relatives. Call it my mother, my father, my brother, my sister. No, I haven't written to anybody. So informal letter, because WhatsApp has taken place now. The Telegram is there now. We have emails. We have video calls. So writing letters have gone outdated. Formal letters we still have in our workplaces. Yeah. And that's why we in our BCR paper have introduced this formal letter. Of course, formal letters is not new to you. You've already done it in school up to the +2 level. But some of us haven't learned the formatting still. Some of us do not know what the right phrases or words that can be used while writing a formal letter. And this becomes very, very important because at workplaces, especially today, especially during this pandemic, there are a lot of mails and letters that are used for communication, and that's the only means of communication today in workplaces. Of course, they can lift the phone, they can have a video call, but for documenting purposes, the formal letter becomes a very, very important part of workplace communication, communication at jobs. Therefore, it's important for you to know, not just for the foundation course, not just for your CA course, it's also for a lifetime that you learn how to write formal letters, and formal letters will stay with us because that's the only form of evidence and document that we can use at workplaces. Yeah, so some of you have said that for taking leave, you want to take permission, you write for leave applications. we write formal letters. But at workplaces, see, you're ordering for something, you're requesting something, complaining something. All these come under the formal letter category. When we have emails, which can go very quickly, why do we still use formal letters? There is a difference. And I want you to know it. Emails, especially in companies, can be communicated to a group. That which enters the system of the company system may not be confidential if it is meant only for one particular person. Suppose you're writing a letter to the managing director or say the CEO of a company. When you put it in email, although it is addressed to the CEO, there are chances of people at the higher hierarchy level who can view it. So email is still not considered confidential document. It is only the letter. When you send a letter, it's only the person whom you have referred to will be able to see. The rest of the people cannot see it, but an email, people can view. So that's the big difference. And that's the reason why formal letters are still in use. And in all workplaces, you call it global, here in India, abroad, everywhere, a formal letter is a document. And that's the big difference between email and letter. Although formal emails have the same kind of usage as far as language is concerned, a letter will be more formal than an email, and therefore we need to know the mechanics of what a formal letter should be, because these will be shared, these will be taken for legal issues, and therefore a letter writing is a very, very important part of important task in workplaces. Now let's go to the PowerPoint. I'm going to share my screen. Yeah. Yeah, this is an important. We have inbuilt exercises, which I would want you all to be very interactive so that you learn everything that goes with a formal letter. Yeah. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Yeah. So I always start off with a question paper pattern. I would want you all, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to ask you questions and you will post in the chat box, because this is something that I keep repeating every session, so that if once the paper pattern is registered, then the understanding of the question paper pattern becomes easier. Once you understand the paper pattern, you know how to answer them. Okay. How many marks is the BCR paper for? I want all of you to post in the chat box, because this time I'm not going to say, I've done it several times. So very quickly, you will post in the chat box. How many marks is the BCR paper for? Quick, without wasting time. Yeah. How many marks? Yeah. Yeah, are you posting? Okay. Yes, it's for 40 marks. How many marks does a note making take? How many marks is allotted for note making? That's for, yes, 5 marks. And the rest 15 marks will be, a letter writing will also be a long writing task, and that will also be for 5 marks. So the format will have stepwise marking, and it's important for you to follow the format. Okay. Now, ground rules is something that I normally read out so that you all follow it for your own benefit. Have your notebook and pen to take notes. Have your study material with you so that you check whether we are covering all the portions that are there in the study material. As and when you have doubts, keep them posted. Don't jump the chapters. There is a black strip. Okay, maybe this. Now it goes. Okay. Provide your honest feedback so that we fine tune our sessions to make them effective for you. Last session, I did not ask you for a feedback because we had technological disruptions. And I didn't want to ask you for a feedback because all of you would invariably say that. So I just didn't ask you a feedback on that. But anyway, we completed note making. We did several question papers and we did complete it fully. Now, in this session, you will learn about how to write formal letters, different types of um, formal letters, business communication skills, explore the appropriate language and format associated with a formal letter, organize content logically and sequentially, practice writing different types of letters. So this is the overview of today, the session on formal letters. The types, the language you'll use, the format, the organization, the logic of writing, and then how do we practice writing different types of letters. Now look at the format for a formal letter. The first step is to write the vital information about your company: name, contact information, address. The next step is to mention the date. When I say the date has always got to be written in full, completely, because we live in a globalized world and each country has its own way of writing the date. America writes the month first and then comes the date, whereas we write the date first and then comes the month. So in order to avoid confusion while we communicate, we write the date in full. For example, today is 24. We in India say 24 4/21, but Americans would write it as 4/24/21. So that will create confusion, and therefore we write it as 24th April 2021, and it's just very, very clear because you're saying the date, you're saying the month, and the year is also there. So it has to be 24th April 2021. Okay. So the first step is to write the vital information. That's the from thing. Then the next step is to mention the date. The date has to be mentioned in full. Then you need to include the recipient's information. What is recipient information? That's the date. The address of the recipient. Choose an appropriate salutation. So, dear sir is okay. Respected sir is also okay. Not that you would say, my dear sir. That's a wrong salutation. Because that's my dear is written only for informal letters. So, dear is okay. Respected is okay. Revered is okay if the person is to be revered. Write the main text and body clearly using pronouns, an appropriate tone, active voice, and a courteous approach. Now, all these we are going to see in this session as to how to write clearly, how to use pronouns, an appropriate tone, which is not aggressive, which is not discourteous, but polite and firm. When you're writing say a complaint letter, you cannot be extremely polite by saying, oh, please, please, because you have to be firm. You have to be assertive. So we will show you, I will show you the usage, the words and phrases that can be used to make your letter sound firm without being impolite and without being discourteous. So in the end, you should wrap up using proper closing and signing the letter. Proper closing is yours faithfully, name, designation. Suppose you're ordering for goods. You say Nirmala Raghavan, then designation, purchase officer, yeah, and your number, phone number. That's just in case the person forgets the number. After signing, you should also include enclosures if necessary. Enclosures like what invoices, maybe the order form, the order list, the feedback if it's a complaint letter that you've got from other people. So that will be the kind of enclosures you will attach. Lastly, after proofreading, you should post the letter to your desired address. What is very, very important is, especially now because we are using only computers, maybe mobiles and uh, tablets for communication, before we submit, we need to proofread it. I'll tell you, there have been very, very funny experiences with the spell check that happens with the mobile or the tablet. We need to be very careful before we submit to proofread it to see whether the words we have typed are the same as we have intended. Otherwise, I would type something and there will be a different word in the letter. That is a that is a that is not respecting the person to whom you're sending the letter. Your letter won't have the desired effect. Either you order or you complain or you request, whatever. So it's important to proofread, to edit your letter before you submit. Now I've given you 8 tips for writing a formal letter. I leave the screen open for you. I want you to read this for 2 minutes. I will give you another 2 minutes to write down from memory all that you can remember. Then you can cross check whether you've got them all. This is about the format for a formal letter. Very quickly now, you will read this and then without looking at the screen, you will write the important points that go with the format and then check whether you have all the points. If you don't have, copy them. Quick. Don't straight away copy them because that might not help you to remember. Quick. Quickly write. Salutation is, I told you, dear sir, respected sir, revered sir. That is salutation. When I say subscription, that is yours faithfully, yours truly, yours sincerely. That you would use at the workplace. Quick, I'm giving you 5 minutes. Yeah, Tiasha. Auto correction, yeah, sometimes, it goes crazy. We can't depend on it. So it's always good for you to proofread before you submit. That's very important. This is very, very important because even after 12 years of schooling with the letter writing, if I remember right, third standard starts letter writing. And from third standard to 12th standard, it's 9 years almost. And still at the tertiary level, say a BA or a BSc or a postgraduate student finds it difficult to write a clear, correct letter. It happens because it's not learned well. So now is the time for you to learn well and make use of this full 5 minutes. Read, write without seeing, and then check your answer. So that will be 3 readings. Yeah, yes, Pooja. Yes, Pooja, I've checked it. It's right. PPT is low. No, my connectivity is good. So in case you find it blurred, I will switch off my video and just have the audio. Yes, Pooja, now it's easy, but when it comes to marking and when it comes to the perfect format, it's not so, I mean, encouraging. There are plenty of people make mistakes, candidates make mistakes. One, they lose marks. Two, when they go to jobs, it becomes difficult because you've not learned them well. It may seem easy, but you have to take care that you have satisfied all the requirements while you write a formal letter. You have 2 more minutes. Proofreading. What's this? Pooja Kumari? I didn't understand. Uh, I said I have a slide on the screen. Read that. Write it down in your notebooks without looking at it, and then read again to check. That's what I said. That's for Prashant. Prashant, proofreading I will do in detail while I do my session through the session. Proofreading is a separate thing that you need to know in detail. So what do we do while proofreading? Check for spellings, check for punctuation, check for word order, grammatical structures to see if the sentence is right. Check if we have covered all the points that we need to cover in a letter. Because see, when we write a formal letter in the workplace, it's an important document, as I said. And you have to check the number of things that you need to cover, that you need to mention in a letter. Okay. Yeah, so done. I have just 1 more minute. That's for the slow writers if we have them. Yeah, I'll wait for a minute. I'll do proofreading with specific details. But you proofread anything that you write before you click the submit button. Before you hit the submit button, you need to proofread. But once it's gone, it's gone. You can't take it back. Not like a WhatsApp message where you can delete for everyone before 5 minutes. The mail that is sent forever. Yeah. So 5 minutes done. You should have read this, then written it down in your notebooks, and then should have checked whether you're right. Okay, Pooja. Pooja Gajar. Yeah. I'm afraid I might say it wrong. I might sound it wrong. That's the reason why I don't say the second name. Okay. Okay, now the next one. Letter components. Now look at this. See? Must be impressive. So that the person who receives it responds to your letter at the earliest and responds relevantly. The writer's signature, then the type names. Yeah. Can you list the letter components now quickly? Just give me the number alone, because however many times you might have done in your school, people still make mistakes while writing a letter. And writing a letter is important because you write covering letters for your resume. Yeah. You write formal letters once you join a job. So it's very, very important. Learn it up now. Quick. Yes, Maddie. List the letter components very quickly. I'm going to give you 2 minutes time, not more than that. Fast. Yeah, 7 or 8. You can't have all numbers, right? Yeah, apostrophe, yes. Yes, Archit, if there will be a need. Archana, the PPT now has just one question there. Can you list the letter components? There's nothing that you can say it's not clear. Okay, so moving on to the next slide. This is the format. The format is not complete, okay, because this is not a letter. This is just for the formatting purpose to tell you what is important. Your letter must be away from the margin. All the beginnings must be only from the left side. This is a global version today. Not that you can write on the some on the right, some on the left, like you write from the left, then you write the date on the right, then you have two on the left, then you say, dear Mr. Somebody else on the right. So that's not the way it can go. All your beginnings for a letter must be from the left hand margin. And this is the format. This is how it should be. It should have 3 paragraphs. Okay. One is the intro, where you start off by saying, this is why you're writing this letter. Then you have the crux of the matter, the body of the matter. Then you have a close. As I said, a positive close, so that the other person who's reading your letter should respond immediately. Yeah, yes. Moksha, Krishna, Pooja, Amul, Archana, yeah, Saumya, Kushi, Prashant, Amul, Vanshita, Bhavya, Prashant, Kunal, Bhavya, Dave, Jay Shri, Jyoti, Neha, Archana, Archit. I'm so happy to see all of you. Now, this is the format. I'm having this here for a longer time so that you remember it, and I want you to visualize it so that it is registered in your minds. No, you must not have a doubt about writing formal letters again, because it's a sad state when I see even teachers make mistakes while they write the formal letter. Okay, so what you have learned now should stay with you for a lifetime. Now, types of formal letters. Now here we go on. So the format of a formal letter is over. Now we move on to the types of formal letters. What types are there? There are plenty of types, but the types that we have in our study material are these: making enquiries, registering complaints, asking for and giving information, placing or canceling orders, sending replies in response to enquiries or complaints, letter to the editor, job application. Of course, job applications will be done in resume writing, which I will not take now. But the rest of the letters we will do now. It will be an interactive session. We also have a few videos to watch. And yeah, so making inquiries. What does it mean? Suppose, say, I start a restaurant, or yeah, subject is there. Format subject is not there. No, we will be doing that again. So don't worry. This is the broad framework of the format for a formal letter. Yeah, we will be there. We definitely have the subject. There's no doubt about it. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you what each of these types of letters mean. Making inquiries is to asking questions to find out whether they can supply, or whether they have stock of, say, a number of things. Suppose I'm opening a library and I'm looking for tables and chairs. So I write to Jaya Bharadam, or I write to Woodpeckers to find out, can you supply 20 tables and 20 chairs, red and green in color, made of plastic, with a backrest, okay, and a round table and a square table combined. So I'm asking, so enquiry is asking, I'm asking whether this is available. Asking is different from ordering, okay? You cannot mix up both. So that's making inquiries. Registering complaints, okay. Now I've bought something, say through Amazon, and it's all broken. I have to complain. So I write a letter saying, I bought this on this day. The price is so much. The order number is this. The invoice number is this. It is broken and therefore I am unable to use it. Will you please look into the matter and get it replaced as early as possible? So this is registering complaint. You register a complaint saying that something is not all right. The next one, asking for and giving information. Asking for, as I said, is also making inquiry. Giving information is somebody has already asked you something and you answer that. Suppose it's a college and you want to know whether these courses are available. The college responds, replies, giving you information, giving you the brochure, telling you, look into this, and these are the courses we have. That is giving information. Placing or canceling order. So once you know that the company has the requirement, then you write a formal letter to the manufacturer saying, I would need this, 20 tables, 20 chairs, green and red colors, in teak wood, to be supplied on or before, say, 1st May. So how many things did I cover there? The type, what I want first, the dimensions, the material, the date when it should be supplied, the price. Tanya, asking cannot be assumed. Asking is to really find out. In formal letters, there are no hide and seeks that can be there. It has to be clear on the dot, like hitting on the nail. You don't have to say anything for courtesy's sake, in a very subtle way. We don't need that subtlety at all. It has to be point blank, straightforward, and factual. That's important. Okay, that's about placing or canceling order. Suppose you've ordered something and then you feel, oh my God, I don't want this. Then you cancel the order. You write a letter. The format is the same. The from address, date in full, to address, then your salutation, then the letter. So in the letter, you will say, I had ordered this. I had already paid the money. Now I don't think I will need it. So please excuse me. And can you please reimburse the money at the earliest before? Give a date. So what will you attach as enclosures here? The invoice order, the order placing, whatever, the list of things that you had ordered. And then the letter which says, please reimburse the money before this date, so that, that's a canceling order letter. Then sending replies in response to inquiries or complaints. Yeah, so what somebody has complained already, and now you want to reply to that. So if it is a genuine thing, the very first sentence will say, I apologize for the mistake. Because of connectivity issues, we were not able to respond to you within the stipulated time. Please excuse us. It will be sent right away to you. Okay, so that will be in response to an inquiry. Letter to the editor, you know how it goes, the formal letter, and complaining about something or suggesting something. The COVID vaccines are available in Apollo Spectra. I would be grateful if this message can be published in your newspaper, because people are stranded and worried that the vaccines are not available in some places. That's the letter to the editor, where you talk about a common cause, a problem that is related to a community, to an area where a lot of people are being subjected to inconvenience. Job applications, again, writing a covering letter for a job application is very, very important, because it is your job application that will impress the employer as to what kind of a person you are and how you are able to project yourself as suitable to the job you're applying for. Okay. So these are the types of formal letters. Now, Krishna asked me, when we write to information, is it asking for and giving information type later? Yeah. You write a letter for right to information. Then somebody else replies you. The government replies you about the details, the information. Yeah. Okay. Now we move on. How to write business letters. Of course, the format is very, very important. Start everything from the left hand margin. I said that. Keep the language simple. Add all details and information. Be gentle and courteous. Be polite. Check and edit for errors. Now I'm going to give you 5 minutes time. You will read this. Write it down in your. It is okay to write it repeatedly because these are things that you need to remember, okay, while you write a letter. Pooja, we will do the letters to the editor again because these are only introducing you to the types of letters. Okay, this is not complete. I will do it. Yeah. So I'm giving you now 5 minutes time. Read this, retain in your memory, write it down in your notebook, and once you finish writing, check your answer to see if you have covered all the points. Quick. I'm giving you 5 minutes time. Don't ever think, oh, I know it all. I've already learned it in school. No. What you learn now, you need to remember it for a lifetime. So have that approach and read this as if you're learning something new. So that you get out of the wrong habits that you've already formed. Okay? Because now you're moving on to the workplace language. Although I've stated these, I will do them in detail, step by step. When I talk of editing, I will also tell you how to edit. What is it that you should edit? You want, Jasmine, you want the types of letters? Yeah. Yeah, you have 2 more minutes. Yeah, you're done. So maybe move on. You have a minute more, so let that get over. Yeah, it's time. Now, look at the format of the letter on page 10.3 in your study material. If you have the study material by your side, Open page 10.3. Yeah. So here you have page 10.3 has the format, a very clear format, right? You have the sender's address, the date, designation, address of the addressee, salutation, subject, content, body, conclusion, and you have a complementary clause, signature, designation of sender, if it is applicable. Okay, so you have these. So that makes it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 different things. And you see how it's written. Page 10.3, the format is very, very clear. I want you to look at it. Date is always written in full. Subject is in one sentence. Content is in 3 paragraphs. The content, body, and conclusion. Complementary clause is respectfully, sincerely, truly. Okay, thank you. Now, I've already spoken about the date that you should write it in full. Subject has to be in one sentence. You cannot write a paragraph there. That you need to remember. It's not as short as a title. It need not be as long as a sentence. In between, say maybe 4 or 5 words as a subject. Subject for a covering letter. Application for the post of whatever post. Say audit assistant. Okay. So just that. It should not be as short as a title for a written task. It cannot be as long as a long sentence. It has to be in between. Okay, that's about a subject. Then complementary clause, I've already said respectfully, sincerely, these things. Content has to be in 3 paragraphs. The very first line should say, suppose it's an order, a letter for ordering goods. Say you're opening a restaurant and you want to order something. So you say, suppose you're inquiring, not even ordering, you're inquiring. You would just say, need details of restaurant or home appliances or kitchen equipments for a restaurant. Need details of kitchen appliances for a new restaurant. That will be your subject. Okay. So it has to, and the first sentence has to always state whatever you're writing the letter for. The content should have the details that the letter should cover, and then the conclusion where you say, this is what, and this is what I'm going to wait for. Yeah, placing for sports equipment also, Sandeep. Now, quickly write the format. You've done it several times. I'm not going to wait. Now, I have a YouTube video to show. Now, let me be proactive. If in case there is problem in sharing the video, I will share, I've shared the link here. Okay, you can watch that. I will share it now. I'll do the sharing now. If in case the audio is not clear, if in case the video is not clear, you watch it in your devices, and I'll give you the 3 minutes, 5 minutes time, and then we come back to discuss. Now, what is important while you watch? I want you to note down the essential things of writing a letter. This video has a few things that will be useful for you to use the language appropriately. Tayasha, block letters, I don't think is a requirement. I don't think we need to. Yeah. Name of addressee is a person to whom you are writing. Okay. Addressor, addressee. Now, I'm going to share with you. Okay, just give me a minute. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. I think it is opening. Just give me a minute. This is advertisement. Yeah. Just post in the chat box whether it's clear. Now, what is important about this video is it will give you a range of language usage that you can use. It's like, having it in your memory, and you just cut, copy, paste depending on the requirement, depending on the context you're writing your letter. So it's just easy if you can have a few phrases in your mind ready-made, so that you don't struggle hard. One, two, you don't make errors while you write. Now, on to the video. Yeah, just give me a minute. Just post in the chat box whether the audio and the video is clear. Yeah. How is that? Some of you say it's absolutely clear, and some of you say no, it's not visible. I don't know. I don't know if I move this window away from the shared application. Okay. Yeah, just give me a minute. I'll stop my video so that the connectivity is good for the sharing. Now I'm going to share. Yeah. I'll play from the beginning so that it's easy for you. I'm playing it a bit slow so that you're able to copy. Okay.
Letters and emails from espressoenglish.net. Do you have a hard time finding the right phrase to use in your business letters and emails? In today's lesson,
wait. It's very fast. 1.5 is fast. Okay, I'm on 0.5. Yeah.
You'll learn 30 phrases for business correspondence.
Oh my God, this is very... yeah, this should be right.
Or last month. Today's lesson, you'll learn 30 phrases for business correspondence. You can learn English for your career inside my Business English course. It will teach you English for meetings, presentations, negotiation, management, and much more. Click on the link in the video or in the description for more information. To introduce the topic of your letter or email, you can say, I'm writing in reference to, or I'm writing to inquire about. If this letter or email is a reply to previous correspondence, you can reference it. Thank you for your letter, or thank you for your email. Regarding your message, or regarding your request. With reference to our conversation or meeting last week or last month, if it has taken you an unusually long time to respond to the previous correspondence, you can use one of these phrases. I apologize for the delay in replying. That's more formal. Or, I'm sorry for taking so long to get back to you. That's more informal. Maybe your letter or email is delivering some good news or bad news. Here are some phrases for introducing the news. I'm delighted to tell you that. We are excited to inform you that. You will be pleased to learn that. Those three phrases are used to introduce good news. Now let's look at some phrases for bad news. I regret to inform you that. I'm afraid that. Unfortunately. Sometimes you need to call special attention to a particular point. You can do that with these phrases. Please note that. I'd like to call your attention to. I'd like to emphasize that. When you want to ask the other person's opinion or advice, you can say, how do you think we should deal with this? I'd like to hear your thoughts. What do you think is the best way to proceed? What would you advise? If you are including more information with your letter or email, you can let the recipient know. The information you requested is enclosed or attached. Please find enclosed or attached. Use enclosed for information included with letters and attached for information included with emails. To express that you need an answer quickly, use these phrases. I'd appreciate if you could reply at your earliest convenience. This is an urgent matter. Please let me know as soon as possible. In the closing of the letter or email, you might want to refer to future contact using these phrases. I look forward to hearing from you. Do not hesitate to contact us again if you need any further information. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Finally, there are many possible closings for a business letter or email, but a couple of the most common are sincerely, regards, and best regards, and then sign your name. Do you want to speak English more confidently at work? Sign up for my Business English
Now
course
watch
to
this
learn
again
for business letters and
note
emails
down
from
as many phrases as you
espressoenglish.net.
can.
Do you have a hard time finding the right phrase to use in your business letters and emails? In today's lesson, you'll learn 30 phrases for business correspondence. You can learn English for your career inside my Business English course. It will teach you English for meetings, presentations, negotiation, management, and much more. Click on the link in the video or in the description for more information. To introduce the topic of your letter or email, you can say, I'm writing in reference to, or I'm writing to inquire about. If this letter or email is a reply to previous correspondence, you can reference it. Thank you for your letter, or thank you for your email. Regarding your message, or regarding your request. With reference to our conversation, or meeting, last week or last month. If it has taken you an unusually long time to respond to the previous correspondence, you can use one of these phrases. I apologize for the delay in replying. That's more formal. Or, I'm sorry for taking so long to get back to you. That's more informal. Maybe your letter or email is delivering some good news or bad news. Here are some phrases for introducing the news. I'm delighted to tell you that. We are excited to inform you that. You will be pleased to learn that. Those three phrases are used to introduce good news. Now let's look at some phrases for bad news. I regret to inform you that. I'm afraid that. Unfortunately. Sometimes you need to call special attention to a particular point. You can do that with these phrases. Please note that. I'd like to call your attention to. I'd like to emphasize that. When you want to ask the other person's opinion or advice, you can say, "How do you think we should deal with this? I'd like to hear your thoughts. What do you think is the best way to proceed? What would you advise?" If you are including more information with your letter or email, you can let the recipient know. The information you requested is enclosed or attached. Please find enclosed or attached. Use enclosed for information included with letters and attached for information included with emails. To express that you need an answer quickly, use these phrases. "I'd appreciate if you could reply at your earliest convenience." "This is an urgent matter. Please let me know as soon as possible." In the closing of the letter or email, you might want to refer to future contact using these phrases. "I look forward to hearing from you." Do not hesitate to contact us again if you need any further information. "Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with." Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Finally, there are many possible closings for a business letter or email, but a couple of the most common are "Sincerely," "Regards," and "Best regards," and then sign your name. Do you want to speak English more confidently at work? Sign up for my Business English course to learn how to use English in a variety
designed to boost business productivity.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes time to write down as many phrases as you can remember based on the watching. Quick. I'm giving you 5 minutes time to post in the chat box phrases that you remember based on watching the video. Very quickly. All the phrases that you can think of and that you can remember. Quick. Yeah. You may start posting so that you are able to remember whatever you've watched. Quick. Quick, are you posting? I'm waiting for you. Yeah, best regards comes last, right? What about the others? See, watching a video is not just like watching a movie. You need to be alert and have your mind open so that you are able to acquire all that is important. Okay, quick. Post phrases and words that you can use for writing formal letters. Quick. Yeah, I'm writing, Neha, I'm writing with reference to prepositions in a formal letter is very, very important. You need to know which preposition to use. Okay. I'm writing with reference to. I'm writing to inquire, right? Unfortunately, okay, I am delighted to tell you that how do you think we should, I would like to know your opinion. Okay, what do you think about this matter? Yes, feel free to ask anything. Please let me know if, yeah, I want you all, I want all of you to answer, to post in the chat box the language that you can use for writing a formal letter. Quick, because that's the only way to enhance your language. Otherwise, most of you are at a loss to know what kind of words you can use, what kind of phrases you can use while you write a formal letter. Quick. I'm writing with reference to Amul. It's not in reference to. Yeah, regarding apologize. Yes. I'm apologize. Sandeep, I apologize. Not I'm apologize. Yeah, I'm delighted to tell you that's a super phrase that you can use. I would like to hear from you. Yeah. With reference to. Certain prepositions go with certain other words. They are called word partnership. Moksha, with reference to. It's never in reference to. In reply, yeah, with reference to. Yeah. Let me know as soon as possible. Yeah. So now when I've given you the bits and pieces of the nuts and bolts of writing a letter, then when I ask you to write a letter, it's going to be very easy for you. Okay. That's the reason why I've given you words and phrases that you can easily memorize and remember and use. Reference to, I'm inquiring. I'm apologize you, Pooja. No, I apologize, not I am apologize. I'll play that video again. I want you to check your errors. Feel free to contact us. That's a good one. Pooja, I did check. I am inquiring. I inquire you, Pooja. Uh, I inquire. I apologize. Okay. I am afraid. Yeah. I am delighted that you haven't written it fully. Please note it. Okay. This is urgent matter with regards sincere. Yeah. All that is right. Now, we will be pleased to learn that. Yeah. See, it is not that these are difficult words and therefore I am asking to memorize you. These are very, very common words, just that some of you don't remember to use them. That's the reason why we are focusing on that. I'm writing with reference, Jasmine, with reference to. It is never in reference to. Reference will go only with. Okay. Neha, usually long reply. I apologize for the delay. Okay. With reference to. Archana, sincerely, regards, best regards. Okay. I regret to tell Neha, yeah. I would like to call your attention. Yeah. We would like, that's Sandeep. We would like to inform you that we are delighted to share. Yeah. So you only have to cut, copy, paste depending on the type of letter that you should write. Let me know as soon as possible. Yeah. Pooja, I regret to inform. Nafisha. Okay. I am pleased to inform you that sincerely to God, this is Nafisha. Yeah. Sincerely. That this in regard. Special attention, I would like to emphasize that. Yeah, okay. Sakshi. I had to call your attention, or I would like to call your attention, or not I had. That's the wrong usage. I like to call your attention on as early as possible. I look forward to bearing. That was for Sakshi. Yeah. Neha, including info. Please find enclosed. Okay. Sakshi, I just called out your name. Pooja, I would like to pay attention towards. Yes. Yes, ma'am, I will remember. Okay, fine. Now, it's 12:04. I'm going to give you a 10-minute break. We resume at 12:14, 12:14. Quickly recap the words and phrases that you have just watched in the video, because these are the words and phrases that will be very, very useful for you. You just have to cut, copy, paste from your memory. Okay. Yeah, it's a break time now. we come back at 12:14. Hello. So yeah, we are back. It's exactly 12:14. Prashant, this is an American accent, but that doesn't matter. We are just concerned about the language, the words, and the right words and phrases that we can use. Um, yeah, so I'm just happy to see that most of you have caught the words and phrases, and will be good if you can remember them when writing this time. You have posted in the chat box, but I also want you to write it down in your notebooks. Maybe if you will say yes, I will play the video again so that you note down these words and phrases. So just before the exam, you can go through these words and phrases so that you're able to write really well. Shall I play the video again? Even if one of you will say yes, I'll play the video again. Otherwise, I'm just giving you time to write down in your notebooks. My voice is okay. Yeah. Okay. So do you want me to play the video again for copying it down in your notebooks, or you will just write down? Even if one of you will say yes, I'm not playing the video, you will just write it down. Quick, any one of you? Yeah. You copy the link. I showed you in the slide. If you want the link again, I'll show it to you in the slide. It's there. So shall I play it again? Or you write down whatever you can recall in your notebooks. Quick. I'm giving you 5 minutes time on that. Fast. Yeah, now it's 16. I give you 5 minutes. Quick. Oh, okay, Prashant, you're learning American accent. Okay. Yeah. So I'm giving you 5 minutes time. So 22, we start again. I'll play another video, which will give you more inputs as to how to write. Yes, they can be directly used. Only thing, you must use it appropriately. I'll play the video again. Okay. Yeah. Because these are just 3-minute videos and therefore will be useful for you. Just give me a minute because I have to locate it. Okay. So I think I have to stop sharing and then do it all over again. Only thing will I be able to share it. Yeah, just give me a minute. Right, got it. Just give me a minute. And in a moment, I will share the screen. Yeah. Yeah, now I'm sharing the screen. This is just for 3 minutes.
Evidently, even if they're not born talented, do you really think that the speakers
English phrases for business letters and emails from espressoenglish.net. Do you have a hard time finding the right phrase to use in your business letters and emails? In today's lesson, you'll learn 30 phrases for business correspondence. You can learn English for your career inside my Business English course. It will teach you English for meetings, presentations, negotiation, management, and much more. Click on the link in the video or in the description for more information. To introduce the topic of your letter or email, you can say, I'm writing in
Yeah,
reference
here
to,
it says writing in
or
reference to.
I'm
That's
writing
why,
to inquire
that is why
about.
most of you have written writing in
If
reference
this letter
to.
or email is a
Hello,
reply
hello, hello. So we don't write, because most of us here are users of British English, and we always believe in with reference to. That's the reason why I made the comment. But here this video says in reference to. We don't use it that way.
previous correspondence, you can reference it. Thank you for your letter, or thank you for your email. Regarding your message, or regarding your request. With reference to our conversation or meeting last week or last month. If it has taken you an unusually long time to respond to the previous correspondence, you can use one of these phrases. I apologize for the delay in replying. That's more formal. Or, I'm sorry for taking so long to get back to you. That's more informal. Maybe your letter or email is delivering some good news or bad news. Here are some phrases for introducing the news. I'm delighted to tell you that. We are excited to inform you that. You will be pleased to learn that. Those three phrases are used to introduce good news. Now let's look at some phrases for bad news. I regret to inform you that. I'm afraid that. Unfortunately. Sometimes you need to call special attention to a particular point. You can do that with these phrases. Please note that. I'd like to call your attention to. I'd like to emphasize that. When you want to ask the other person's opinion or advice, you can say, how do you think we should deal with this? I'd like to hear your thoughts. What do you think is the best way to proceed? What would you advise? If you are including more information with your letter or email, you can let the recipient know. The information you requested is enclosed or attached. Please find enclosed or attached. Use enclosed for information included with letters and attached for information included with emails. To express that you need an answer quickly, use these phrases. I'd appreciate if you could reply at your earliest convenience. This is an urgent matter. Please let me know as soon as possible. In the closing of the letter or email, you might want to refer to future contact using these phrases. I look forward to hearing from you. Do not hesitate to contact us again if you need any further information. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Finally, there are many possible closings for a business letter or email, but a couple of the most common are sincerely, regards, and best regards, and then sign your name. Do you want to speak English more confidently at work? Sign up for my business English course to learn.
Okay, so there we go. So now let me go back to my PowerPoint and we move on. Yeah. So now, yeah, we have another link to be played, which I'll do a little later. Now let me go to the slideshow. Yeah, here we are. Okay, so letters of inquiry will be the first type of letter that we are doing. Give a brief introduction about yourself and the name of your organization. A brief introduction will mean a one-liner, not more than that. Details about the inquiry, by when you require the information. The queries in bullet points, mention the deadline. So when you read a question, what are the things that you need to cover there? You need to write a brief introduction about yourself and the name of your organization. Then you must write details about the inquiry, what you want, in what budget, what material, when it's got to be delivered, all those stuff. The queries in bullet points. So always have the queries in bullet points, because you might be able to cross-check whether your letter is complete, whether you've covered all the points. Mention the deadline. That is very, very important. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'll give you a minute to read this, and then I will change it. I will want you to post in the chat box what you need to write in a letter of enquiry. Quickly read this. I'll give you a minute on that. Yeah. Now, very quickly, you will post in the chat box the details that you need to write in the letter of enquiry. Quick. And I give you 2 minutes on that. Fast. Quickly write the details that you would fill in a letter of enquiry. Come on, post fast. Very quickly, you will do that. Deadline means the date before which you must get the information. Yeah. Now, difference between enquiry and inquiry. Both are interchangeable. Britishers use it both ways. Use both the words. While one means just ask, inquiry, the INQURY, refers to formal investigations like detective or the crime investigation kind of things. Inquiry is used. Enquiry is just to ask. It's a very the meaning of the word is less intense. Although the Britishers use it interchangeably, both ways. They use both enquiry and inquiry. Americans prefer inquiry for all kinds of purposes. But generally, enquiry, ENQUIRY, means to ask. INQUIRY is for detailed investigations, formal investigations. Yeah. Yeah, super. So you've written that. Now I move on. See, this is this posting, asking you to post on chat box is for me to understand that you're on the same, that both of us are on the same page and that you understand whatever I'm saying. Because letter writing is a very, very simple task and learned for years. But what happens finally when it comes to writing letters, writing formal letters for jobs, candidates are at a loss. They don't write the appropriate words. They don't write it in the right tone. They don't know how to write. They mix up the formats. They miss out on some things. So that's the reason why I want to make sure that all of you make a lifetime learning and don't make a mistake anymore. Okay. Yeah, super. I like it. Now, this is try these examples now. Now we are going to try the examples. Inquire about catering services. So these are two questions. One is inquiring about catering services. Two is about inquiring about a range of filing cabinets and for office equipments for a new office. So these are two different things. One is inquiring about catering services. Two is asking about a range of filing cabinets and office equipment. Now, very quickly, don't post, write in your notebooks. What are the details that you will write while you're asking for catering services? Let me tell you. One is about the menu, maybe. What time will they supply? So how many people will they be able to make food? I told you, Pooja, Kumari, deadline means the last date before which they should submit, whether it's the information or the order. Okay, that is deadline. So inquiring about catering service, what are the things that we will inquire about catering services, the brand, how many people have used, what is the menu they are comfortable with, for how many people will they work, will they come and serve us, will they do the cleaning also, how much will they charge, what is the menu. So there are 7 things that you can think of while we are inquiring about catering services. Whether they will give biryani water, whether they'll have an ice cream with a menu. I mean, these are little extra details. Now, thinking about a range of filing cabinets and office equipments. What do we need in an office? In an office, we need a computer table and a computer chair. We need connectivity. So here, the question is filing cabinets, and therefore we are not going to talk of connectivity. Veni, how to remember something for a lifetime? What you learn well with passion is what you will remember for a lifetime, as long as we live. Okay, that is learning for a lifetime. Okay, filing cabinets. So one, the teak wood filing cabinets or the plastic filing cabinets, office equipments like the table, the computer table, the chair, the whiteboard, the markers, then the maybe the faxes, the memo machines, the printers, then the footstool for people who want to have a comfortable seating in their places. Then the cubicles, okay, the dividers, which will divide, say, a person in a better hierarchy from another one. So these will be filing cabinets and office equipments. Okay. Now, do's and don'ts. What can you do? What can you not do? Give a brief introduction of yourself with the name of your organization. Okay. Provide the details of the subject of inquiry. Present queries in bullets if you have a lot of information. That's easier for remembering. Items, quantity, and specification. Suppose I'm saying computer table, I need to mention the specification, the dimension, how high or how low, how long, how many cabinets inside, kind of things. Then mention the deadline. Yes, you must say, I would need the information before 30th April 2021. That is the deadline. With reference to, so you have to say, this is with reference to your advertisement on Facebook. Prashant, you're asking me if you can mail the answers and I check and send you a feedback. No, you can post it here because I'm going to do the letter itself in parts stepwise so that I'm able to correct your answers. Okay, so don't worry about that. So here we have items, number of items, quantity, and specification. Say 32 by 16, 20 numbers, 20 by 14. I'm just giving you an approximate. I don't know how big the table would be. So items, quantity, and specification. Mention the deadline. With reference to, you must say with reference to office equipments, with reference to the catering services. I would like to know the information. Kindly provide us with the following details before. So this is the language you will use for a letter of inquiry. Kindly provide us. You can simply memorize and use these statements if they will fit relevantly with a question that is asked. Kindly provide us with the following details before. Now, let me tell you why I'm focusing on words and phrases that you can use, because Many candidates make mistakes with the words and phrases. One, the usage becomes wrong. Two, they do not know what kinds of words and phrases will make an effective formal letter. Therefore, I'm giving you ready-made inputs that you can just use from your memory. Okay. Kindly provide us with the following details before. That's the deadline. We shall be grateful if you could furnish the above mentioned details along with your quotation as soon as possible. My voice is not clear. Oh no, it's good enough. Yeah. My mic is here. Yeah, the speaker is here. Yeah. Okay. If in case it's not clear, then I will switch off my video. I think that improves the quality of the connection. Okay, we shall be grateful. Now, I'm going to give you 2 minutes time to read through these do's and don'ts. Don'ts I've got here. It's in another slide. So read through this, post in the chat box words and phrases that you need to remember for a letter of inquiry. Also post the details that you need to use to write a letter of inquiry. Quick. First, I give you 2 minutes to read through. I give you another 3 minutes to post in the chat box. Quick. Very quickly. So that gives you 5 minutes time. Thank you, Sandeep, because I get so jittery if I get to know that the connectivity is not great. Because the whole planning of the lesson, the homework that I do, goes to waste if it doesn't work well. And I'm so happy that it's perfect. Yeah. So I'm giving you, as I said, 5 minutes time to quickly read, recall, and post. You want me to show the video again? Okay. Yeah, you first finish this. I'll show you the video again. It's a 3-minute video, and it doesn't take much time, and it's good to recall words and phrases that you can use. So just before going to the exam or the eve of the exam, if you can watch such videos, you will be in a better position to answer your paper. You'll be using the right language. Yeah, so I have 2 more minutes to go. Come on, post in the chat box. So yeah, I'm going to stop sharing. What happened? Just give me a minute and I'll move this. Yeah. Post in the chat box the do's while writing a letter of inquiry. Quotation is the rates and when they can supply. So you ask quotations from 4 different manufacturers and you pick the best, depending on the price that they quote, the material that they offer, and within how many days they can give it to you. So that's called a quotation. You get 4 or 5 quotations and choose the quotation that will be useful for you. That's for Pooja Kumari. Yeah. Posted queries and bullet points. Yeah. Brief introduction. Super. Now I say share your video because when you say we see you, now all okay. Okay, fine. If you have a lot of information, then write in bullet points. Yes. Give a brief introduction brief. Yeah, super. And yeah, now you're going to answer this. Inquire about catering services. So write the from address. You will write your address and your designation. Say maybe you'll be the manager, the purchase manager, the quality control officer. You can be anything, purchasing officer, whatever. Okay. Then you write the date, then you write to address, catering services, say Ronak catering services, Arusuvai catering services. You can have um, Bojan catering services, whatever. You can give your own names and then give an address also in full. Okay. Then give the list of things that you will need. Items, quality, specification. Items, say high tea. Okay. Quantity, say 200 numbers. Specifications. So high tea will go with a tea or a coffee, samosas, or maybe vada pav, then a sweet, maybe gajar halwa or sing, and maybe an ice cream too. So that will be the specification. Quantity will be the number that you order. And the first thing is the items. You can give the list, the number of items. And then you say you will need the quotation. Say before today is Saturday, you need the quotation before Monday, the 26th, to finalize. That will be the deadline too. Okay. And then yours faithfully, and then your name and your signature. Yeah. So that will be for catering services. Now you can write a letter for a range of filing cabinets and office equipments. Quick. Cook up your own from address to address and the manufacturer and ask for a quotation. Quotation is details of the good manufactured in that particular company, so that you are able to decide. Because in companies, what they will do is they'll ask for 5 or 6 quotations and then fix on one. You have to explain. If you are the purchasing officer or the purchasing manager, you must be able to explain if there is a query on why did you choose this particular manufacturer. Is there an understanding between you and the person? So they would ask you, why did you choose this person? Then you must be able to say that I received 5 or 6 quotations and this was the cheapest and the best. That's what, and you can say the reviews were great. You can say any reason for that. But now in your letter for inquiry, you will not write all that. You will just write details of whatever you need, why you need, and items, quantity, specification is what you have to write, and a deadline to say by which date you must get these information. Quick. Write or post in the chat box a formal letter for inquiring about a range of filing cabinets and office equipments. Very quickly, I'm going to give you 5 minutes time because I've set the answers, or maybe 7 minutes time because you have to write a letter. Quickly write a letter. I don't want the from, date, and to now. You will start with dear sir and then write just the body of the letter alone because that won't take much time for you to type. Quick, I'm giving you 7 minutes on that. I want to see each one of you posting your letter of inquiry. Very quickly. Post in the chat box a letter of inquiry asking details about a range of filing cabinets and office equipments. Quick. Yes, we have 3 more sessions for letter writing because we have to cover all the types of letters. Because I want you to be clear about the language that you will use for each of these, the details of information that you will fill in the body of the letter according to the type of letter that is questioned. And therefore, we will need 3 more classes to go. So don't worry. This is just the beginning, and this is letter type 1, letter of enquiry. Quickly post in the chat box the letter itself so that I know for sure that you understood and that you won't make a mistake. Quick. Second letter to say the woodpecker, which manufactures office equipments and filing, which makes filing cabinets. It can be, it can be peekaboo. No, peekaboo is for small children, right? Furniture for small children. So woodpecker is one something that I know. It can be Jayabardham is something here in Chennai. It can be Satya furniture. It can be Godrej. Yeah, why not Godrej? Yeah, it can be Godrej. Office equipments, they have filing cabinets. Yes. Then it can be anybody who will, or you can even cook up your own, manufacturers and say cabinet manufacturer. Okay, and then give the address. Then write to the manager. Just write the letter. I want the letter. I don't want from to now. Prashant Kutai, to inquire about the catering services you provide. We are willing to celebrate a wedding. Okay, this will be a request to provide me with the menu, charges, and all other information. Being an imperative occasion, therefore, we believe the required things will be done in a good manner. Kindly provide us with a quotation. So, Prashant, this line, therefore, as this being an imperative occasion, you don't have to say. A formal letter, there is no extra word or extra information that need be written. So you will just say, you don't even have to say we are willing to celebrate. We have a function in the family because you're not disclosing all the details. We have a function in the family. We would like you to, supply, or we would like you to do the catering services on this date at, you have to say the time. If either it's in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening. Then you say, will be good if you can give us the details, the items, the quantity number will be 500 people, specification, maybe ice cream and Bisleri water, whatever. Okay. Then you just say, would be much obliged or will appreciate if you can give your quotation before the 30th of April. Then you sign and then your contact number. Just that. As simple and as short as possible with complete information. That's what we as examiners look for when you write a letter. Okay, now, yes, let me see the other letters. Quick. Prashant has done and I've checked his. Asked about their service, then why we are supposed to write the quantity. I have to say how many people, suppose there might be caterers who will not be able to supply more than 100. So I must say my requirement, then they will let you know whether they can do it or not. Therefore, that's important. That's for Sakshi. Okay. Asking about a range of filing cabinets. Yeah. This is Sandhya. Gupta Kushi. Yeah. Okay. With reference to your advertisement, we inquire about a range of filing cabinets, okay, and office equipment. Yeah. But we are writing to you this letter to inquire about a range of, yeah. I have office in Rose Valley. where I want office equipment like a table and chair size. Okay. You must also mention the materials, the specification, dimension, and the material. See, it is made out of a whole range of materials. It can be plastic, it can be the waterproof, fireproof kind of material, Nova pan, it can be teak, it can be rosewood. So you have to mention what you want, what will be the specification, how many numbers you want, and within what date. That will be the kind of details you are expecting. Okay, that's for Bhavya. Quick, come on, post. Let me see how you write. Quick, quick, quick. Yeah. You can make tables. Only thing, don't think of wasting time. That's for Soumya. Yeah, I would like to ask below items, chairs. Yeah. Quotation before 26. Please share your quotation as soon as possible. Yes, that's perfect, Pooja. That's all it needs. The more you write, the more mistakes you'll make. So see that you write it perfectly, short and crisp, so that and complete, so that there are no mistakes in what you write. A formal letter should not have any mistakes. That's important. Quick, I'm waiting for all of you to post. I have had only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 responses. I want to see the others posting the letters. Quick. See, this kind of interaction will help you remember all the details that you need to use while you write a letter. Yeah. This is Prashant. Yeah. 24 chairs, 6 metal filing cabinets. Super. Yeah. Should be high quality. Yeah. Delivered by the 13th. If you would like to offer a quote or discuss our needs in mood, please contact us. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So, Prashant, we hope to have all our quotes by next Friday. You don't have to tell him that you are taking quotations from everybody. Okay. Then there are chances of the person hiking the price or lowering the price depending on how the market is. So you don't have to say all that, because anybody, they will know that orders are given only to the best and the most effective people. So don't say that. Just say that will be good if you can deliver it by the 13th once we place the order. Yeah. This is Nafisha. Okay. Dated we inquire catering, we are expecting a minimum of. Okay. Okay. So you haven't set the following details. You haven't set the time, the menu. Yeah. That's for Nafisha. You have to say the time, whether you want it in the morning, afternoon, or evening. Pooja, that I need some furniture for my office. Yeah. Yes, you have to ask for the details. Yes. You are not, see, letter of enquiry is not letter of order. The language should specify that. So it will be good if you can give us the information. Okay, when you're placing the order, the language would be, it will be good if you can deliver these things by 30th April. So the language is totally different. It depends on the purpose of your writing the letter. Okay. I need some, that's for Roja. I'm sorry, that's for Nafisha. Pooja is done. Sandeep. I would like to inquire about a range of filing cabinets. Provide us with the following details. Yes. Chairs and table, good, made up of good wood. Sandeep, good wood is a very, very generic term. You must say specifically whether you want a rosewood, Malaysian rubber, or a teak one. You must specify the wood, or maybe even plastic. Yeah, this is for Archana. With reference to the subject above, I am in your office. I kindly request you to provide us with following details before 26th April. Okay, sincerely. Yeah. Quick, I want to see more posts, so that this is the only way of checking your answers. Yeah, this is Jayashri. Dear sir, subject ordering a range of filing and office equipments, chairs, computer table. We need these furnitures. There's no plural for furnitures. It's only furniture for singular and plural. If you can provide the above mentioned, yeah, that's super. Jayashree, just the furniture alone. This is Moksha. Writing this to inquire about office cabinets. Yes, we would be grateful if you could furnish the above mentioned details. Super. So when I check the answer for marking, what will I check? Whether you are asking for details or whether you're asking for the goods itself, because candidates make mistakes there. Okay, Veni, that's good, Moksha. Veni, yeah, computer table mentioned should be delivered. Please note that there should not be any default in items which are mentioned should be delivered. Here is the mistake. Veni, we are only asking questions. We are only asking details. We are not asking him to deliver now. Only after looking at the quotation will we talk of delivery. Okay. So, Veni, here is the mistake, and I want others to note down. If it is a letter of inquiry, your letter has to reflect only inquiry. You cannot order goods. They say, yes, your letter is good. I said that. Krishna. So, Veni, you will please rewrite and make a note of that. Krishna, respected letter of inquiry. I'm ignoring the spelling mistakes because it may be due to typing deferred or this autocorrect. Okay, so I'm ignoring the spelling mistakes. I'm not calling out them. Is Lissa below chair table? Give me dates. You haven't mentioned, this is Krishna, you haven't mentioned the dimensions. You haven't mentioned the material. Please do that. Only then is your letter complete. Then this is Dum Dum Kolkata. No name. Follow the of table manufacturing from office table. Okay, fine. That's good. Pooja, you are teaching. Okay. This is Pooja Gadar and Pooja Kumari. Okay, thank you so much. Now, we still have, oh, okay. Now, I'm going to give you 5 minutes time to post a feedback on what did I learn today? What will I remember? Very quickly, you will post. I don't want long sentences. What did I learn? What will I remember? Quick. This is Kushi. Wide range of cabinet filing and yeah, quality material, additional charges of any time, discounts available. Yeah. You can even say, send me your brochure or a catalog. Even that will make sense. Okay, now I'm going to give you 10 minutes time to post your feedback or comment on today's session. That's number one. Number two, what will you answer? What did you learn today? What will you remember? Just those two, very quickly. And please do not sign off without posting your feedback. Filling the feedback form and posting the feedback. Both are important to both of us. Quick. And I'm going to wait for 10 minutes. Yes, Gupta, thank you. And after 10 minutes, I'm going to give you my feedback. Okay, very quickly. Yeah, I'm waiting for you. Yeah, I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. Quick. Formal letter writing, prominent phrases used for writing. Yeah. Super. The Archana, Moksha. Yeah. Post your letter. Post your feedback and then sign off. Will be good if you can say what you really learned, because that's what makes the difference. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Safina. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, please post your feedback, fill up the feedback form, and then I have something to post as comment for you. So until I say don't sign off. Quick, I must get a feedback from each one of you here. So that will make it easy for me to do my homework well. Quick. Yeah. Yeah, your words and phrases have got to be very decent, and you must be able to get the desired result with the words that you use. Yeah. Prashant Kotari, letter writing is a general term, but what are the mechanics that you've learned? That's what, yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to share with you just now my feedback, and I want all of you to be on the screen and keep posting your comments or feedback also, because that's important for me. So you have, this is for each one of you. You have been a very active participant, and congratulations on that. That's my feedback to you. That's for each one of you. Oh, Prashant gives me a mark. Okay, so this is the feedback that I want to give you all, because you all have been so interactive and actively participating. And bye till I see you on, today is Saturday, till I see you on Monday, I think. I think my next session is on Monday. So see you and bye-bye. Yeah. In a day, practice one. It'll be easy for you. That's for Veni. Yeah. Okay, see you on Monday and bye-bye.